So if you guys like our casting, I hope you will give us some love.
We are getting into game number 4, though. Do you know who we have, Rifkin? We have National Instruments and IBM. National Instruments going to be the blue team, IBM the red. IBM coming back from a 2-0 deficit to 2-1. It's going to be up to their player to try to tie it up, bring it to an ace match. Who do we have playing here, Rifkin?
Well, spawning here in the lower left corner of the map, it's going to be the blue Terran playing for National Instruments. It is Come On Man.
And in the top right, we have another Terran player, red. It's going to be none other than VD's Nuts.
AKA VDZ.
I'm just going to call him Nuts.
I'm probably going to refer to him as VDZ because I believe that's what he signed up as, or at least
okay.
on the sheet.
Okay.
But however we want to refer to him, I think you guys will know when we're talking about D's Nuts, we're talking about D's Nuts.
Come on, man.
Okay, I get it. I didn't see where that was coming at first, but okay. So it's TVT, guys, and while a lot of things in Heart of the Swarm have changed, one thing hasn't, and that is the use of tanks and mechanical units in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, TVT's really mech versus mech a lot of the time right now. People have been trying to work in a bit more bio into their Terran play. I haven't really seen all that much TVT lately, but
it's hard. I mean, Hellbats, they take so much damage. They're light units. They absorb tank fire. They can take Marine fire. It's really hard to not have Hellbats as that buffer for your siege lines.
Yeah, actually what we've seen a couple people going for is bio with Hellbats, because Hellbats are biological, so they do benefit from medevacs as well.
Yeah, that bonus healing is really nice. You get the boosters as well, get into a base, do a drop on the mineral line, and whammy, all of a sudden your workers are gone.
Yeah, that's one of the things that is a very, very good tactic for Terran to utilize right now. A bit gimmicky, but we'll see if either of these players does opt for it.
I do like that Command Man fully walled off his entrance before these Nuts could get into the base. He will not be afforded that same opportunity as the barracks is built in base. And, I mean, really, it's frustrating not knowing, did he go gas? Or am I expecting Hellions as a rush? Or is it just going to be typical bio play? Maybe he's going for Command Center? Is it safe for me to go for Command Center? Who knows? Those are all the questions that get invoked when you can't see your opponent.
Yeah, and, well, Come On Man doesn't have to deal with any of that because he did get in. Oh, but he's not going to get out. He's going to die. This poor SCV is going to die. Oh, that was... What? Okay, that's one way to open a wall.
But the SCV could have just built it and continued through to the other side. I don't know why that required a cancel, but maybe it's just money so we could get the factory down sooner.
Maybe.
Pick up. But reactor coming down, so will be Hellions at least out of these Nuts, whereas Command Man going for Command Center first. A Command Center first.
Well, second.
Well, whatever. My mistake. I meant before the factory because it was just...
On the other hand, it is the first Command Center that he's building.
Nope. Nope. Alright.
Come on, man.
3 barracks coming down
again.
for Come On Man. Looks like he will actually be inclined to stick with that bio situation, and I gotta say, like, it's funny, the only unit I've seen really effective against Hellbats are Ghosts, but those are so expensive and so late gamey that you can't really rely on them.
Yeah, we also, we do have D's Nuts going for a Command Center of his own, so he's gonna be expanding as well. But I'm really interested to see if Come On Man can deal with this, because we're gonna have not Hellions only, but we have a Widow Mine on the way.
Yeah, Widow Mine's really nice. Whether you're going to use it offensively or defensively, you know, if you're worried about drops, plop that Widow Mine down in your main. If you want to drop it yourself, carry it to your opponent's base. It's going to take a scan either way to deal with it.
I'm really interested to see what he goes for here. He looks like he is going to use it defensively, like you said, going to burrow it at the back of his mineral line. And I like that because, well, if his opponent tries to drop Hellbats or Widow Mines, like you just said, bye-bye medevac.
Well, I can't one-shot the medevac, but it does do a lot of damage to it, so it can be very quickly cleaned up by a couple Marines.
That's true. You mean medevacs don't have shields?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that change. For those who don't know, Widow Mines were recently buffed to do bonus damage versus shields, which is really cool. So it is just 125 flat damage to the main target, but plus 35 versus shields. Luckily, though, Terran doesn't have any shields to worry about.
Indeed, Rifkin. You know what we are going to be seeing out of these Nuts, though?
Go ahead and tell us.
We're going to be seeing a Hellbat drop.
I'm actually...
An evil Hellbat drop. Oh, but there's a scan. He does see everything.
I'm not convinced that Hellbat drop will be the biggest deal, though. If Command Man, I mean, he's going with so much bio. If he catches wind of this, if his Marines are in position, speed boost or not, they can pick off that medevac before the Hellbats all drop out.
That's true. It's going to be very interesting to see how DeezNuts opts to use this. The other problem, though, is that Command Man's already expanded, so he has a lot more ground to try to defend here. And it'll be interesting to see how he splits his units, because he should know this is coming. He did land a scan, which scanned literally every single tech building that DeezNuts does have. But here we go.
All right, Hellbats are loaded up. As the medevac gets across the field, we look back at Kaman's base. He's got a turret. That'll help a little bit, but I mean, there's so much space between where the Hellbats could start to drop between the mineral lines that, quite frankly, even if he picks off that medevac, at least 2 Hellbats will be out on the field.
It looks like he is going to be opting to go for the main here, and there are 6 Marines there, and as you mentioned before, a missile turret. So this could be difficult, but if he can land them sort of, I don't know, if he can get all the Hellbats out, it's going to be really, really difficult for Command Man to trade cost efficiently. But here we go. Looks like he's going to opt to put it at the bottom.
Marines are out of position, unfortunately, so these Hellbats will all get unloaded.
Oh, and they are going to be able to roast these Marines. Only 2 of them left. Nice little dropship micro there on that one Hellbat with low health. But he does pull all of the SCVs away quickly, so he won't lose more than these 2 initially. Oh, he's got to be careful about that medevac, though. Does boost it away. Nice use of the booster. Yeah,
the only time I've seen the booster used defensively is it is quite often used just to get into the base really quick.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that Widowmine didn't one-shot anything, but...
No, but the Marauder is out, and with the 10 health left on the last Hellbat, he should clean this up. This was a little bit annoying, but really, in the end, it didn't catch too many workers, PengWin. Only 6 workers died for that. Lost mining time, sure, but I mean, really, he didn't get the workers, which is what you really want to get out of this.
On the other hand, though, it's not the end of the world at all. He did get the expensive medevac out. That's the most important thing, because it is the one thing that does cost gas. But Command Man took a bit of damage, lost a bit of mining time, but I wouldn't say that was a terrible trade or a great trade.
Well, we have
ended up being even.
We have Take 2 coming in here towards the natural, coming from the northern side, boosting in already. Ooh, getting deterred by that missile turret right away. Now there's a lot of SCVs here. He does have to pull them back. A bunker is going to help a lot in this, but oh man, the Hellbats are going to focus down that. And whoa, the medevac actually goes down this time, PengWin.
Yeah, a bit sloppy by nuts, but he still has all 4 of these Hellbats alive. 2 of them are going to go down to the bunker, though. Bunker, one thing they don't do very well against, only 1 of them left, but he is continuing to deny quite a bit of mining time. This was not a very good trade, though, for Nuts. Come on, man.
Looking at the resource loss tab, it is almost even. It's 1 SCV, really. The cost of an SCV splits the difference at the moment. And while that was going on, he lost. It's one thing, okay, he lost the Hellbats because he was trying to pull some mining time. It's questionable whether it was worth it or not, but we do see DeezNuts actually choosing to go with a bio follow-up as well.
This is actually very interesting. He's going Marine Tank. His opponent's going pure bio. How this matches up is going to be very interesting to see. We do have a 3rd command center on the way now for our Red Terran player. So you will have that little advantage.
I really like the Command Man replace that missile turret too, just in case another drop were to come. I mean, there's nothing to stop a Terran player from just relentlessly dropping in your base.
I do have to mention one thing, though. Nuts has 10 more workers, and I don't think that's so much because he killed many, because he really didn't. He killed 7, but I think that's also mainly because, like,
I think Command Man spent a long time.
This little...
Well, I think he was so focused on cleaning up those Hellbats, I don't blame him for letting the SCV production slip, but you're right, 10 workers is quite a lot, PengWin.
And we have a Hellion just moving across. I thought that might have been a medevac again, but nope, just a Hellion to make sure there's no 3rd base.
Actually, look at the workers killed. It's actually not that bad. 7 workers were killed, so letting 3 SCVs slip through production, not that bad.
That's true. Who got the command? Well, he did get his command center first. Command center up first, though.
And
we'll have to rewatch.
We got this Bioforce moving across the field. Combat Shield does not complete, but Stim is.
I have to point this out. DeezNuts is actually just going for a massive turret ring around his main. He's got 4 turrets up there, 1 at the natural as well. Really doesn't want to suffer drops himself.
Yeah, and if you're going to shut down a medevac, it's with a lot of turrets, not with 1.
Yep.
Now, Command Man's going to be attacking into what is not only an equally large Bioforce, but a siege tank as well.
The Bioforce is actually, the Marine count's about even. The 7 Marauders are going to give that a nice little bit of...
Widowmine is going to even that out right away. Siege tank also shelling away from the distance, PengWin. Command Man choosing to fight in range of the tank. I would really like to see him just pick up and go for the main. Elevator up.
He is going to go for that here. Going to drop on that. No, he's not. He's going to go, but the missile turret. That will take 1 of those medevacs out immediately. The other one also going to go down pretty nicely done by DeezNuts with the positioning of the
another medevac.
Oh, it's so bad.
So D's nuts for IBM holding strong. He's actually a little bit ahead right now, only very mathematically. I don't know where both these guys are sitting mentally right now because they've both suffered some pretty devastating losses from their attempts at aggression.
Yeah, D's nuts does have a nice supply lead, as you said. But Come On Man's going to be finishing up his own third base soon, so he's not going to be that far behind in the timing of that. The big thing here is that D's nuts has double upgrades going for him. His opponent sitting at 0-0.
Ooh, yeah, level 2 weapons versus level 0 weapons. It really doesn't come down to much more than that.
This is interesting. We have another engineering bay and an armory coming up. Okay, we finally have +1 started for Come On Man. Nice sensor tower up at the third of D's nuts. He will be able to see his opponent coming from a mile away, be able to position his army accordingly.
I really like how smart D's nuts is playing. A lot of people see this and think like, okay, he's wasting a lot of money on turtle defenses, but reality is, between the sensor tower and all of these missile turrets, Come On Man cannot drop into that part of the base, period.
Yeah, this is going to be... It's not only going to be drops as well, though. If he sees an army come towards his third, he'll see it a mile away. If he sees an army come towards his natural through the middle of the map, he will see it from a mile away. He's going to have so much time to position his army that this is just a massively worthwhile investment for D's nuts.
Ooh, I don't know that I agree. Come On Man going for a planetary at the third base location. As a Terran player, you really want to have as many orbitals as you can and resort to planetaries only for very risky bases. I mean, the planetary will be nice for dealing with drops if they were to come, but the reality is that's a whole lot of mules he's missing out on.
That's true, and he is behind, so that's another thing we have to take into consideration. We do have a fourth command center coming up for D's nuts already, so he just wants to continue expanding. Looking at the income tab, still about a 10-worker lead for D's nuts.
PengWin, I have to comment on the fact that Come On Man has no, and I mean literally no tanks in his army.
Yeah, he's going pure bio, and I mean, that's ballsy. If he micros well with medevacs and is able to get, I don't know, dropping on a siege line or something like that, some awesome thing like that, he's going to be in a good position, but it's going to be tough.
It's not going to happen, though, period. There's too many Marines. I mean, right now, Come On Man, just through his army composition, is kind of building himself to lose, but he might just get a good drop here.
Incoming, and his scan misses it. Missile turret's going to try to focus this down. One of the medevacs will go down by the looks of it. Full medevac, but the army's out of position. He's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage, and D's nuts is pulling back. He's trying to do his best to defend this base. A lot of damage being incurred, though. Damn, going for that orbital. Is he going to get it?
If he can get this, it'll be huge, PengWin. It does go down.
He needs to lift up, try to leave, though. And, he's going to lose another one of the medevacs. One of them is only left, and it's going to be running straight towards that wall of missile turrets.
A drop happened at the natural of Come On Man as well, but he did clean that up without losing the command center. And I don't know, the upgrades are going to come into such big effect now, PengWin. 2-2 versus 0-1. Come On Man really just can't even engage his units head on. One Marine versus another Marine, he will lose it.
Oh, Widow Mines, though. One tank goes down for free.
Yeah, but it's a tank for the cost of 2 Widow Mines. I don't know that that's a great trade.
It's cost efficient, but it's not exactly the most ideal hit. We do have 2 more command centers going down for D's nuts, though. Floating over the orbital that he made as a 4th, over back to his natural. We do have a worker lead for Come On Man, though. That's one thing that's going for him quite nicely. He's going to really be hard-pressed to defend this push, though. He attacked into that, killed the natural, the natural, but he lost his whole army. He doesn't have very much here. The planetary may actually end up being very helpful here.
He's got so many tanks here. I don't know that I really think the planetary will make a big difference. All this is going to mean is D's nuts cannot just YOLO his way into the base. Pardon my way for saying that, but I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. That's the only way this could go poorly, is what I'm trying to say.
Well,
and Come On Man, he's loaded up these medevacs, so I mean, his army's not prepared to fight, not at the moment. And we do have, I mean, once level 3 weapons and armor kick in, it's going to look worse and worse for Come On Man. I would like to see these nuts start focusing the SCVs around the planetary, as Come On Man is just spam repairing this. But with his army out of position, I'd like to also see Come On Man either go for a flank or just a full-on offensive.
Yeah, he's going to go for a flank here, and the supplies are actually even. It's only 2-2 to 1-1 right now, so the supply, so the upgrade discrepancy is not as bad as it could have been. And the supply difference is actually not that bad either at this point. It's only about 15.
He's nuts, though, PengWin, coming in from the northern side as well.
That's true. Come On Man needs to deal with this now, and is he going to go for it from behind, or is he going for a counterattack? I can't quite tell.
He's going from behind. It's the only way I could suggest.
Yeah. But what's he going to do with the rest of his army? He needs to come in from both sides. Otherwise, this attack from behind is really kind of pointless. But here comes the reinforcements to the north, like you said. Oh, man, that Widow Mine.
that natural base. Okay, big engage happening in the south, guys. Marines are just destroying everything. Those upgrades are making such a big deal, making mincemeat out of Marauders. Tanks still live. Not a single tank goes down, and the natural also being attacked. Bunker is not currently loaded. I think these nuts just wrapped up game 4, PengWin.
And we are going to be seeing another ace match, Rifkin, just like we wanted. Oh, that's a nice Widow Mine hit, though.
Nice, but that's about it.
Yeah, it was still cool, though. Alright, I guess...
Well, let's continue talking about this.
Killing time.
Yeah, I mean, this is the end of Command Man, but you know what? He's holding strong. He doesn't want to give up just yet. He's got the barracks, he's got production, he's got SCVs still. And these nuts, it's his game. You know what? I'm not going to try and build this up. Kill the planetary fortress!
Yeah. Come on down to the 100 supply. These nuts pretty much maxed at this point. He's going to scan the army again. He doesn't really have anything to fight with at this point. He's got 100 supply, 65 of which is workers.
And most of these workers aren't even mining, he's just repairing.
Yeah. Alright,
well, these nuts, he's coming around the bend with more tanks, more Marines. He should be able to push into this. And I think this has kind of become a custom game at this point, PengWin. We don't have tower defense, we have planetary fortress defense.
You know what these nuts is probably thinking right now?
Come on, leave.
Come on, man.
Alright, there we go. Tanks and Marines, everything pushing forward. That planetary going down should seal the deal. Come on, man, now with actually no mining pretty much whatsoever going on. All the SVs have been pulled, ready to do his last stand, pulling a 300 move, if you will. As we see the crushing army of Xerxes coming forward. We got the small contingency of Marines. Leonidas at the front lines.
And this is going to be wrapped up. Oh, or not. Or yes.
It should be, yeah. It's trying to make a big deal on this. Now, Command Man put up a very good fight. There's no question about it. But in the end, you know, it's TVT, and in any mirror matchup, when you take enough losses, you're gonna eventually just sort of slowly bleed out and lose that game. And I feel that's a lot of what happened here. GG from Command Man. Not leaving, maybe trying to trick these nuts. Never mind.